Hello, this is Sandy with Sandy's Crafty Creations. Today I'm sharing a tutorial video for Gypsy Sew laser cuts. I'm going to show you how to make a quick little spring canvas. So let's get started. I'm painting the entire surface of the canvas, including the edges, and get a good coat on this because you want the blue to be the base of your canvas, and I'll be adding other colors and textures on top of this, so I want a good coverage with the blue. Allow the paint on the canvas to dry, and you can help speed up the process by using your heat gun. Next, I'm applying some crackle accent and also some crackle paste to the top of my canvas and allowed it to dry. Not much of this really showed in the end result, so you could skip this step if you wanted to, but I wanted to see how it looked on the painted canvas. Once the crackle accents had dried, I then painted on some of the crackle paste, which is thicker in different areas of the canvas but not over the entire piece. Next, once the crackle paste had dried, I took the multi-matte medium and the small herringbone chipboard that I had cut down to fit in the center of my canvas, and I brushed the multi-matte medium onto the canvas and then also on the back of the herringbone and placed it onto the canvas and allowed it to dry. The next step, I took heavy white gesso in a brush and brushed the herringbone pattern to give it a mixture of a white and natural look with some of the blue still showing through. Before the gesso completely dries, I'm taking a damp baby wipe and wiping away some of the gesso between the rectangles of the herringbone so that some of the blue that I painted on in the first step does show through. want to add a bit more color to my canvas piece, so I laid a piece of paper towels to the back of my project, and then I spritzed it with Prima Color Bloom in the lime wedge green color and a soft teal. Just have to play with your spraying. Use a baby wipe to wipe off any excess, or blot with a paper towel the darker parts that you don't want, and just play with the sprays until you get it the way you want it to look. To make the herringbone pattern stand out more, I am rubbing on Nouveau Embellishment Mousse in Lemon Sorbet just along the some of the corners of the canvas, and then also across the raised parts of the herringbone. I'm using multi-matte medium again to brush in the areas where I want to add some ribbon. I'm going to glue down ribbons across the herringbone to several different textures, patterns of ribbon, and I'm putting multi-matte medium under the ribbons and then on top of the ribbons as well. And I'm leaving them long, and I will trim them on the top and the bottom after it has completely dried. While the ribbons are drying, I'm going to go ahead and attach my other chipboard elements to the canvas. With the multi-matte medium, I'm attaching the word spring along the bottom, and then I'm going to add the bird and 2 butterflies from the spring shape set from Gypsy Sew Laser Cuts. Once the chipboard pieces and ribbon had dried to the canvas, I trimmed off the ribbon ends, and then I also went ahead off camera and glued down miscellaneous flowers that I had in my stash. I glued them on with 3-in-1 glue. You can use hot glue too. And now I am taking the heavy white gesso and I am painting over the leaves and the petals of the flowers and the ribbon, and I will also be painting over the chipboard pieces. Once everything was coated with the white gesso, I used my heat gun to help speed up the drying, and then I took a sharp end of a stylus and cleaned out any gesso that were in pieces that needed to be cleaned out, especially between the antenna of the butterflies. Next, to add color to the spring word and the bird and the butterflies, I used my Shimmers paints, and I used the Shimmers Creamies in the Strawberry Fields, Blue Lagoon, Sand of Beach, and Good as Gold colors. And I used a brush to paint the different chipboard elements with these Shimmers paints. Continue brushing on color in different areas, including on the flowers, until your canvas colors are the way that you like them. Next, I took my Tim Holtz Frayed Burlap Distress ink and the foam applicator and distressed the edges of the canvas. And it's finished. I want to thank you so much for watching this tutorial, and please check out the Gypsy Sew Laser Cuts blog and store website to find all their wonderful chipboard pieces that you can use on your projects.